I just want to say a piece for a minute. Like, anybody that's seen The Boys, is it just me or was that season 3 finale kind of ass? Like, for one, Butcher, I get that you love your ex-wife, your wife's kid, but like, I don't know, maybe let the kid die if he's suddenly fighting for Homelander, who is a piece of shit individual. Like, I don't know, if we have one shot at killing this nigga, the only downside is that the kid has to die too. Maybe just let the kid die. Maybe just let the kid die. Do you really want to keep fighting Homelander for custody of this child for the rest of your life? He's not a mature man. For two, so we're just gonna for three, actually for two. Well, for two, every soup or every powerful soup that has been hit by Soldier Boy has just turned into a regular person. That's the case. So literally, if fucking Homelander and Ryan had been hit by fucking Soldier Boy, they probably would have just became regular ass people. So like, we just wasted so much time and effort fighting Soldier Boy. Like, we just needed a reason for there to be a season 4 for Homelander to be in it, I guess. And it's like, as I can see, we are not going the comic route. Black Noir isn't even alive anymore. Now we got some talkative ass motherfucker. Don't like that. Don't like that. I would have preferred if Black Noir was the one eating babies. If I knew we were gonna end up with a talkative motherfucker. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Should have let Ryan die the way Becca did. Who needs him? If you're gonna fight for a monster, you can go down with a monster. I know he's a kid, that's his dad, he doesn't know any better, blah, blah, blah. But, like, as scary as Butcher is, I would still prefer to go home with Butcher at the end of the day than fucking Homelander. At least Butcher wears his craziness on his sleeves, and, like, you know, he has a face where you just know what the fuck he is thinking. I rather an angry man who at the end of the day isn't abusive. He's not physically abusive. He just says some fucked up things sometimes, but he has to, I guess, because he's trying to do things that require him to be an asshole. You know? Unlike Homelander, who is not trying to do things. Well, he's trying to do things, but he's trying to do things that, at the end of the day, don't equate to making the world a better place. He is just an insecure little man-child trying to find some semblance of normality in a life that he was given, which you can't blame him for that. But when you're forcing people to jump, and I feel like he threw her because why did she splat and explode when she hit the ground if she wasn't fucking thrown? You know, like, lines have to be crossed somewhere. Lines have to be crossed somewhere. And I just feel like we were crossing the wrong lines. We were crossing the wrong lines. Like, you know, Ryan could have been my husband's kid, and my last wish to my husband would have been I promise to keep the kids safe. But if the options were he dies with Homelander, or Homelander continues to live another day, and we are now fighting our only hope that we know is unstoppable, unkillable, all unaffectable, all this bullshit. I would choose. I would choose to for the sake of science, let's see what happens when these two really powerful soups or 1.5 really powerful soups get hit by this ray that keeps unpowering people. You know? For science. Because if they do survive, human Homelander is a lot easier to kill. I mean, granted, he's probably not a threat at that point unless he breaks into the lab and gets more B. I don't think any smart individual wouldn't allow that to happen, even though, granted, he would be a white male still strong enough to potentially beat the shit out of most of the people working at Vought. Anyway, this isn't about that. This isn't about that. Ryan should have died at the end of season 3. I don't give a fuck.